Hi, John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, coming to you with an update here for late summer of 2022. As we look ahead 45, 60, even 90 days out, we're going to be into the fall market. This is typically a time when we see a renewed second buying season out of buyers. There's some seasonality to our market here in West Michigan. Typically late July, first part of August, we see people maybe rush out, take a last minute vacation before they kind of hunker down and get back to business and back into school mode. And so looking ahead, if you're a seller, just know that there is definitely time left in this year for a good, strong selling season. And as a buyer, know that there's inventory coming. So in both camps, just know that fall tends to be a very good time of year for getting out there and really looking at houses and making that purchase before the end of the year, realizing your real estate dreams. The other thing to consider is how the market might have changed a little bit since the beginning of the year. So in January, we saw an interest rate environment that was continuing to fuel a lot of heavy duty, fast action interest. So that was interest rates around 3 to 3.5%. Fast forward to March, we're into the fours, mid fours, and really by now we're into the mid fives. It's possible that those interest rates will continue to go up a little bit through the end of the year. Now, the interesting thing is a lot of the buyers that have, that I've worked with, that I've talked to, that other agents have communicated to me when they're submitting their offers, a lot of buyers, even though the interest rates have gone up, they've almost doubled for a buyer's payment. Really, when you do the calculations, that's about a 25 to 30% increase in price. And a lot of the buyers are okay with that increase because they still have this desire to fulfill their real estate dreams. And so that's continuing to fuel very much of a supply-demand issue that's going on. So there's a lot more demand than there is supply. There's a lot more buyers out there looking than there are houses. Is it the same level of demand that we saw last year? No, it's not. But is it still incredibly strong? Yes, it is. Is it still a seller's market? Yes, it is. But what you'll notice is a trend right now where a house will either sell within a couple of days, the first 48 hours, or maybe they set a deadline so it's in the first 3 or 4 days, or you'll see it be on the market for 2 or 3 weeks. And because that has becoming more the norm, if you look at the stats, it's closer to about a 22-day on market is closer to the average these days. We're still a far ways off from a neutral or a buyer's market. The neutral or buyer's market would be several months on the market. And if you took several decades and looked at the average time on market for West Michigan, it's between 50 to 60 days. And we're talking right now somewhere between 14 to 30 days. And like we said, the average being 22 days. So we are still in a heavy seller's market. Sellers still rule the market. But as a cautionary tale to sellers, there are more houses coming on the market. And as a result, with increased competition, when we go through your house, we're going to make sure and put those buyer goggles on. And we're going to go through and look and say, okay, hey, when the buyer comes through here, what are they going to notice? And what do we need to tweak before we put the house in the market? You might not be the only house on the block for sale right now. And we need to make sure that we know the competition, and we know how to market to the right buying group. It's been a joy. This year marks 20 years. It's been a joy being able to help so many people realize their real estate dreams. One of the things I love is learning about what is of interest to somebody when they wake up in the morning, when they look out into their backyard, when they hop on the boat that's, a walk down the path, whatever it is that fuels them. It's been such a joy to help so many people realize their real estate dreams. With that, I really want to be able to learn what you would like in your next house and help you get there. Reach out anytime. John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Talk to you soon.